So, especially we normally used to go to the back of the church. We stay pretty close to the door and we shake the hands of the man. And normally some men hug you and the woman normally are going to kiss you 1, 2, or even 3 times normally on each side of the cheek. So you're going to have many times your alb stained with makeup.
You're spending 5 minutes with a missionary. This podcast is a window into missionary life. It's fun, it's personal, it's real, and it's always an adventure. During Season 2, LCMS missionaries serving around the globe talk about getting to know people where they live. Today, we'll hear from Pastor Walterson Siewert. This is the first time we've featured an Alliance missionary. Pastor Sievert's missionary service is an alliance between the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Paraguay and the LCMS. He's a missionary pastor and church planter serving La Misión Luterana de Peru. I'm not a Spanish speaker.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pastor Walterson Siewert, missionary pastor of the alliance between LCMS and the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Paraguay in South America. Since 2019, I'm serving in Lima, Peru, the capital here, with my wife, Estefania, and my little daughter, Isabella. And today, I would like to share with you some aspects about how greeting people is important, and it can be a great door that opens or closes in the mission, as we do as church or also in our personal relationships. In Paraguay, people of the opposite sex are typically greeted with 3 kisses, 1 on each side of the cheek. This is very common, both formally and informally. Something very curious that happened to me several times was having my alb stained with makeup at the end of the service. And I always had to explain to my wife that this happened because of makeup. It was because of the greeting and kisses and nothing else. So, especially we normally used to go to the back of the church. We stayed pretty close to the door and we shake the hands of the man, and normally some men hug you and the woman normally are going to kiss you 1, 2, or even 3 times normally on each side of the cheek. So you're going to have many times your alb stained with makeup. That's kind of fun. 2 other important aspects that we must consider as missionary is to accept what people invite us into their home out of cordiality or respect. In Paraguay, they will always offer you tereré. Tereré, it's a nice drink that is drunk with yerba mate, with herb, in a straw, a kind of a straw, in which all people drink from it. They share it all together. It does not seem hygienic at all, but culturally speaking, it's very important to accept it. People feel that you are part of the group, that you like it. And so that's very important when you visit somebody or someone, sorry. Here in Lima, it's also very common for people to invite you something when you visit them or you go to their house. Normally, they are going to invite you some tea or some good Peruvian food. That's a good point because Peruvian has a lot of pride about their food. So if you accept the food and you eat all and you speak well about the food, oh man, you have a lot of points in your favor about all these connections and relationship with people. And finally, something that I consider, personally speaking, very important in our introductions or in the time that we spend with people at the first minutes, especially during the first minutes, is try to speak the language of their hearts. The native language. Like in Paraguay, they are going to speak Guarani. Many families are going to speak Guarani at home, and outside of home, at the work or at the school, they are going to speak Spanish. And here in Peru, a lot of people also are going to speak Quechua. And so if you as missionary try to speak at least a few words, like a hello, maitei in Guarani, or how are you, ba or baiteko, what's up, or something like how are you doing today, ba koe, people, they will really love that. They love that. And they appreciate your effort that you're trying to connect with them speaking their language. This is really more important than all the titles and other significant things that you might have as pastor. So I try always to connect with the people on their culture, with the food, with the drinks, and especially with the language of their hearts. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate all that you're doing for us, your prayers, and may the Lord bless you all.
Thanks for spending 5 minutes with the missionary. To learn more about Walterson and his wife, Stefania, use the link in the show notes. You can find this podcast on kfuo.org/missionary podcast or anywhere you get your podcasts. Join the LCMS International Mission community on Facebook or Instagram at LCMS International Mission.